When that familiar smile-stamped cardboard box lands on your porch, it's easy to assume it came straight from a massive corporate warehouse. But over half the time, the person actually selling you that item is an everyday third-party seller operating from their laptop. According to the business tracking database HustleGrower.com, these independent operators generate anywhere from $200,000 to $30,000 a month in profit. This specific business model boasts a 92% popularity score on the platform for one highly intoxicating reason: the promise of passive income. The pitch is that you simply source a product and Jeff Bezos handles all the tedious logistics of shipping and storage. But the hard data from HustleGrower cuts right through that glossy sales pitch. They classify fulfillment by Amazon, or FBA, as a strictly high-effort hustle, requiring a mandatory 10 to 20 hours of active work every single week, which raises an obvious question. If Amazon is physically storing the inventory and shipping the packages, what exactly is consuming all of those hours? Most sellers start by hunting for clearance items at local stores to resell at a markup, a practice known as retail arbitrage. Others secure bulk purchasing deals directly from established brands, an approach called wholesale. This animated diagram shows the physical handoff in early FBA. The seller's involvement ends after routing bulk items into Amazon's network. Amazon then assumes complete control over the physical labor, handling the individual picking, packing, shipping to the buyer's doorstep, and processing frontline customer returns. Sourcing items from clearance racks is highly volatile because inventory is entirely unpredictable. Sellers eventually burn out on the constant treasure hunt and seek out the stable, predictable supply chains offered by wholesale distributors. But wholesale introduces a major complexity hurdle called brand authorization. Sellers have to negotiate with protective brands and authorized distributors just to get legal permission to list those specific products on the marketplace. Both arbitrage and wholesale prove that delegating fulfillment logistics to Amazon works. But as long as you are reselling someone else's brand, you are locked into their pricing structures, and your total profit potential is strictly capped. To bypass those limits, scaling sellers move to private label. This means designing, branding, and manufacturing your own unique version of a product. By adding custom packaging, creating multi-item bundles, or improving the product's actual features, private label sellers differentiate themselves. They build a scalable asset rather than racing competitors to the cheapest price. But leaving the physical warehouse behind just trades one set of problems for another. You now have to manage a highly demanding, unforgiving digital warehouse. The day-to-day operations are relentless. Sellers spend hours poring over product research data, negotiating unit costs with overseas suppliers, and securing complex product safety documentation just to get their listings approved. Then comes the financial engine, which requires a constant cash burn to run Amazon PPC campaigns. Amazon PPC, or pay-per-click, is the platform's internal advertising system, where sellers pay a fee every time a shopper clicks on their sponsored product listing. On top of ad management, sellers have to constantly monitor their account health metrics. They police incoming reviews and tweak their listing images and keywords to optimize conversion rates, fighting daily just to stay visible in Amazon's search algorithm. Transitioning to private label necessitates the focus of a full-time digital brand manager, where every decision is a calculation for survival in a crowded marketplace. The ultimate arbiter of survival in this ecosystem isn't how clever your product idea is. It all comes down to rigorous unit economics and strict margin discipline. Gross revenue is a vanity metric. A large sales bar is sliced down by landed costs, fees, and ad spend, leaving a tiny profit sliver. Data iteration defends it. Shrinking expenses widens your margin, building resilience against platform policy shifts. Generating $30,000 a month isn't achieved by finding a single viral product. It is built on the relentless compounding of fractional margins across multiple SKUs. A SKU, or stock keeping unit, is a unique alphanumeric code used by retailers to identify and track individual variations of a product, like a specific size or color. Stripping away passive income myths reveals Amazon FBA as a highly active e-commerce operation, requiring constant effort to keep all moving parts aligned. Profitable scaling relies on a demanding, data-driven approach, as the get-rich-quick mindset almost always results in a complete loss of capital. If you have the capital and time to invest, read the in-depth FBA guides at HustleGrower.com. They also track medium effort models, like print on demand, for focusing purely on design. Explore flipping digital properties for higher-end acquisitions, or selling printables on Etsy for semi-passive digital income. To see the full breakdown on all of these models, click the link in the description. Subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments which online hustle we should audit and verify next.